name's Paul Callaghan, but I'm called PC, or Uncle PC by some. It's my absolute privilege and delight to be asked to introduce Uncle Paul Gordon here today for this very, very special and sacred ceremony. So firstly, good to you, Kuri Kidden, Warramai Bari, that's me in my language acknowledging the men and women of the different countries that used to walk this land and me paying my respects. And in introducing Uncle Paul, a couple of little things by way of introduction. In my view, we are born with a destiny, or in blackfellow talk, a dreaming path. We're here to live a dreaming. But my view is, quite often, from the day we're born, we get hit with all sorts of things in our life to take us away from our dreaming path. And we become consumed by desire. We want this, we want that. We see things on telly, people will tell us what we want. And so we actually drift away from our dreaming path. And the reason I share that is, many years ago, that was absolutely me. Without any apologies, it's just the way things work out. So I lost my dreaming path, and my main desire was a desire to be popular and wanted. So most of us kind of get caught up in wanting material things, but I got caught up in wanting to be popular and so forth. And I went on a journey of self-discovery, and during that journey I kind of met a man named Paul Gordon. And thank goodness in those days they didn't have stalking legislation, so I was able to kind of do that stuff and stalk him and wear him down. So I've known him for quite a long time now, and I can say without any doubt at all, he has changed my life in an amazingly positive way and in a profound way. In a very subtle way, through his knowledge and through his wisdom. He was a mentor, is a mentor, a teacher, and I'm proud to say after all these years he's a very, very good friend of mine. And so it's a privilege for me to know him. It's a privilege for me to share time with him, and I'm sure you're all really, really happy that he's back in Wollombi. This community will benefit significantly from his presence. In my opinion, Uncle Paul Gordon is in the top 10 of any philosopher in the world. And I don't know the others, but I would rate him anyway because his wisdom is so amazing with just about anything. And if you ever have a chance to shout him a bottle of Cab Sav, he does like that, and you'll get some additional wisdom for free. So that's the way to get to him, a bottle of Cab Sav. Not only does he share and teach us amazing things, he also walks the talk and he walks the walk. He's a very humble man, and everything he says, he actually does it. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Uncle Paul Gordon and welcome you all here today. Thank you.
Yamagaru, Yatama Bayamiga, Bunisakunda, Yatama Sikabila, Yatama Madarai, Yatama Nuri, Yatama Kuga, Yatama Murray, Yatama Wiringa. What I'm saying is I'm welcoming you into our country, but I'm saying thank you to our father, Bayami. I'm saying thank you to our Mother Earth. I'm saying thank you to an echidna. I'm saying thank you to a goanna. I'm saying thank you to a kangaroo. And I'm saying thank you to an emu. Because these were the great ancestors that helped form our country. And Yango, Tikivilla, the echidna is a big part of this country and the story of how this place came to be. I also thank Lawe the rainbow serpent, who helped create the water and put the water in the country throughout our land. And we want to share some of them stories with you today. But before we do that, I'm going to get you to go for a smoking ceremony.
Well, we're going to start from this way and come through. Hey, you'll have to do it pretty quickly, but when you're in the smoke you can let it bathe you. Imagine it's like a shower. You want that smoke to wash you and bathe you.
I want that.
And then through.
And then walk around.
And then walk around and go back to where you were, so we've got a little circle. Lovely. And once you go through the smoke, if you can go back to your place and just kind of sit there and reflect about what Uncle Paul said about those spirit ancestors that created this land and how special this land is. A lovely time for reflection. If you missed the smoke, it's all right to do a kind of sidestep to get into it.
Today we're going to call this our sharing circle. When our people came together, we always came together and sat down in circles, shared story in circles, danced in circles, on ceremony in circles. The circles represent everybody, and you can see everybody. And we call them sharing circles because when you share with somebody, it makes them care. And sharing promotes caring. So coming together and sharing story was the way that our people got to know each other and got to get along with each other. And I'll tell you some of them stories a bit later on. The smoke is here to cleanse us and to send in the ancestral spirits that we might have brought with us back home to where they belong, so that while you're here in our country, our ancestors are going to teach you and connect with you. I'm going to sing a song now that's going to send the spirits back home. And I, Miami Ganyanai, and I, Wollombi, and I, Wollombi, and I, Miami Ganyanai, and I, Miami Ganyanai, and I. Thank you. If we go into the big classroom in there, where we can have a bit of a yarn with our stuff. Give you an introduction into some of our beliefs and what's important to us. And introduce myself as well to people that I don't know. I don't know where you're all from, so throughout the conversation I'll find out where you come from yourselves, from Wollombi or somewhere else. few familiar faces I can see in the group. It's good. So I can see a few old mates who I've seen for a while. So, let's go.
Let's go.